1/5 of the world's oil flows through a maritime corridor just 21 nautical miles wide at its narrowest point. This is the vital Strait of Hormuz. It is not just a shipping lane. It is the main artery keeping the global economy from falling into a devastating recession at any given moment today. But how do you protect a place that is, by its very geographical nature, impossible to defend? This route creates a strategic paradox for the world's greatest powers. When a $100 million vessel is bound to a fixed, narrow path, it becomes nothing more than a slow-moving target for any adversary waiting in the shadows. Today, we are not discussing a traditional duel between superpowers. We are uncovering how the simplest weapons can strip control from the most powerful military on Earth. The Aegis combat system, though advanced, faces a nightmare here. Tactical intel will deconstruct the harsh reality of asymmetrical warfare in these confined and dangerous waters. Radar waves bounce off the limestone walls, creating ghosts on the screen. In this environment, high-tech sensors are blinded by the very Earth that surrounds them. We will explore how geography acts as a force multiplier, allowing a regional power to challenge the global status quo with relatively low-cost, high-impact tactical maneuvers. To understand the threat, we must look at the Iranian Revolutionary Guard's tripod of power. They have turned these islands into a literal gauntlet of fire. These three strategic islands form a devil's triangle that embraces the international shipping lanes, giving Iran a permanent, unsinkable fortress right at the world's front door. Larak Island acts as a knife to the throat. Its proximity allows fast attack craft to swarm and surround commercial ships before any crew can even react. In minutes, a vessel can be overwhelmed. This proximity negates the long-range advantages of modern naval escorts, forcing a close-quarters fight they were never designed for. Qeshm Island is the sledgehammer. It is a massive natural limestone fortress hiding hundreds of mobile cruise missile launchers within its complex, deep-veined cave networks. These Gadir or Noor missiles stay hidden until the last second. They roll out, fire their deadly cargo, and disappear back into the mountain in under 60 seconds. By the time a retaliatory strike is launched, the target is gone. The mountain itself provides the ultimate armor against even the most precise aerial bombardments. Then there is Abu Musa, the Eye of the Sentinel. This outpost eliminates the element of surprise for any Allied forces attempting to enter the strait. Every movement is tracked, logged, and shared instantly. In this narrow space, even the stealthiest ships are revealed by their physical displacement of the water around them. The lesson is clear. Geography can neutralize technology. Imagine a tanker surrounded by 20 speedboats, all attacking from different directions at 60 miles per hour. They don't need to sink the ship. They just need to blind the bridge and disable the engines. In these tight quarters, stealth technology simply fails to matter. This brings us to the cost paradox. You cannot win a war if your defense costs 100 times more than the enemy's cheap, expendable attack. A single SM-6 interceptor costs $4 million. Using it to shoot down a drone made of plywood and plastic is a losing mathematical equation for any nation. The wars in Ukraine and the Red Sea have proven this. Expending million-dollar assets against cheap targets quickly exhausts the strategic stockpiles of even the greatest superpowers. To survive, military doctrine must evolve. You cannot just shoot down the incoming arrows. You must eliminate the archer before they can even release their shot. The Aegis system now acts as a massive brain coordinating air and sea power. It uses its powerful radar to guide others toward the source of the threat. Instead of passive defense, the Air Force is called in for area suppression. The A-10's 30mm cannon is a much more cost-effective way to clear the coastline. Hellfire missiles launched from Apache helicopters provide another layer of defense. They are the surgical tools used to hunt down swarms of fast-moving surface threats. This rebalances the cost equation. It preserves the expensive anti-air missiles for the true heavy hitters, like ballistic missiles launched from deep within the mainland. While the world watches the fire in the sky, a silent, deadly war is fought beneath the waves. This is where the most terrifying threats hide. A simple cheap sea mine lying in the mud can break the back of a multi-billion-dollar aircraft carrier. It is patient, invisible, and incredibly difficult to detect. This is the rise of the robotic motherships. Vessels like the LCS don't enter the danger zone. They deploy autonomous systems to do the dangerous work instead. The knifefish robot dives deep, using advanced sonar to find mines buried in the silt. It works tirelessly, mapped out the danger without risking a single human life. The US system performs a brilliant deception. It mimics the acoustic and magnetic signature of a massive ship, tricking mines into detonating safely at a distance. The era of sailors manually sweeping for mines is over. This is now a high-stakes game of algorithms, sensors, and autonomous drones that feel no fear. Keeping the Strait of Hormuz open is more than a military mission. It is a test of survival for the entire globalized economic system we live in. From this scenario, we draw three core lessons. First, geography is the ultimate weapon of the underdog. It forces the powerful to play by different rules. Second, defensive systems must be cost-optimized. You must strike the root of the threat rather than simply chasing every incoming projectile in the sky. And third, total underwater automation is now a mandatory requirement for maintaining the freedom of navigation in the contested waters of the 21st century. The power of a superpower no longer lies in the size of its hulls, but in the resilience and adaptability of its technological ecosystems and strategies. Do you believe technology will always find a way to break geographical blockades? Share your thoughts below. Thank you for watching GeoGrid Intel today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay informed on the world's most critical battlegrounds. We will see you in the next analysis. Every turn of these massive blades represents the literal lifeblood of industries across every continent, from the smallest homes to the largest factories. If this pulse stops, the effects are felt globally within hours. Fuel prices skyrocket, supply chains freeze, and the global financial markets begin to panic. The IRC knows this leverage. It spent decades studying the vulnerabilities of Western naval doctrine, specifically looking for ways to bypass conventional strength. The swarm is their signature. It creates a target saturation problem, where even the fastest automated turrets cannot track and fire at every threat at once. The phalanx system is the last line of defense. It fires thousands of rounds per minute, but it can only engage one target at a time. When faced with 50 targets, the math simply doesn't work. This is the death by 1,000 cuts strategy that keeps naval planners awake at night. The geography of the Iranian coast is a natural fortress. Its ruggedness provides thousands of hiding spots that are nearly impossible to monitor constantly from space. Advanced thermal shielding and the natural heat of the desert make it incredibly difficult for satellites to distinguish between a rock and a missile launcher. In the Strait of Hormuz, the time to decide is measured in seconds. There is no room for hesitation when a missile is launched from 5 miles away. The battle for information is constant. Maritime patrol aircraft act as the high ground, trying to peek behind the islands to see what is coming. Even submarines find the strait challenging. The water is shallow and the acoustic environment is noisy, making stealth a very difficult game to play here. Modern sea mines are not the spiky balls from old movies. They are smart computers that wait for a specific acoustic signature before they strike. The LCS was designed for this exact modularity. It can change its entire mission profile in days, adapting to the shifting nature of the threat in Hormuz. Robots now handle the neutralization phase. A small drone can place a charge on a mine and swim away, keeping the human divers safely on deck. The diplomacy around the strait is as complex as the military strategy. Every incident is a potential trigger for a global conflict that no one wants. The first weapon used in a crisis isn't a missile, it's the insurance rate. If shipping companies can't afford the risk, the strait is effectively closed. Future shipping may focus on stealth. Reducing the noise and magnetic footprint of tankers could make them invisible to the simple sensors of older mines. Coordination with regional allies is the backbone of stability. Constant communication prevents misunderstandings and ensures a unified response to any provocation from the shore. Electronic warfare is the invisible shield. By creating thousands of false targets, Allied forces can confuse the enemy's targeting sensors and waste their limited missile supply. Directed energy weapons or lasers are the future of cost-effective defense. They fire for pennies per shot, solving the ammunition depletion problem of traditional missiles. It's not just oil. Natural gas from Qatar also passes through here, heating homes and powering industries across Europe and Asia every single day. Even at night, the traffic never stops. The strait is a 24/7 operation that requires constant, unblinking vigilance from every security force in the region. Despite the automation, the human element remains critical. The intuition of an experienced commander is often the only thing that prevents a crisis from escalating. Iran continues to upgrade its arsenal, adding precision-guided kits and longer ranges to their missiles, constantly pushing the boundaries of the danger zone in the Gulf. The Hormuz paradox is being studied globally. Other nations are looking at this asymmetric model as a way to defend their own narrow maritime borders. We are moving toward an era of permanent presence, where a net of autonomous sensors will monitor every square inch of the strait, above and below. This is a grand game of chess played with real ships and lives. Every move is calculated to maintain a delicate balance between deterrence and open warfare. The goal is simple: ensure that the cost of closing the strait is always higher than the benefit for any nation tempted to use it as a weapon. The Hormuz paradox is a constant reminder that even in an age of space-based weapons and cyber warfare, the physical reality of geography still rules. Navigation through these waters requires a perfect blend of high-tech defense, strategic patience, and the cold calculation of risk in an ever-changing environment. We often take the flow of goods for granted, but it depends on the silence and security of places like Hormuz, where a single spark could ignite the world. The power to keep the strait open is now written in code, embedded in the sensors of drones and the logic gates of automated defense systems. As long as the world depends on the energy of the Gulf, the eyes of the world's navies will remain fixed on this 21-mile-wide passage. GeoGrid Intel is committed to bringing you the most in-depth analysis of the world's most critical strategic locations and the technologies that shape them. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Hormuz paradox. Until next time, stay sharp and stay informed. Goodbye for now.